What up, guys? Alex here. It's another Grubhub video vlog number 12. This is July 28th, 2020, and just driving around doing some Grubhub. It's about 7:30 already. It's a little bit later into the day. Almost done.
I figured I'd tag along. Little one at home.
I got the beautiful Bella Cat boss with me today. And we already made $151 today. I got an hour and a half left. It's 84 degrees outside today. And it's sunny. Partly cloudy.
Here's the question for all the viewers. How many of y'all actually, or if not yet, consider ordering through Grubhub or DoorDash? Now, we've been seeing lots of conflict with DoorDash lately about how their system is completely problematic, and there are some people who want to state the same thing on behalf of Grubhub. Me personally, seeing how his days go when he comes home and I check it out or whatnot, or he discussed it with me. We are not in like a big city like New York City and all this other towns like Chicago. We're in between. Well, I mean, we are the fourth biggest city of Wisconsin. I get that, but for those who are knocking Grubhub, I have to say are completely wrong in what they're saying, because they say to cherry pick. Now, from what I've noticed and what Alex had done, this is prior to him even gaining his own access to his own. But prior to that, our method was to consistently stick to 100% on everything, 0% block, drop rates, etc. And you've got people out there, I won't name any, that will suggest that you cherry pick and it will gain you better things to come. In reality, I truthfully find that to be false, misguiding, as well as misleading, and I think is probably some of these Grubhub drivers' ways to get you to work your way down to little to nothing. We don't cherry pick, and we end up coming with rationally pretty decent days. High hundreds. We were on Sunday. I don't know for 100% if there were a baseball game that was playing or whatnot, but for a Sunday, being towards the end of the month, because doing driving like this, you kind of get the grasp on when days will days will become better than others. And here's another one. But with it being towards the end of the month, and to state it as it is, because I don't like to beat around any bush for anyone, disability checks and so forth have not been distributed, not until the beginning of the month. So for it to have been as consistently busy on Sunday has definitely surprised me, being that it's towards the end of the month. First off. Second off, it's where anyone even with a regular time job would probably take Grubhub shifts, and any other things out there. I'm not sure, but it just did not, it didn't dawn to me why. So, but I think there are people out there that are misguiding these delivery drivers, making them feel as if they need to do certain things in a different type of way, and in the way that they suggest, I believe to be completely false, and causing people to become deactivated, as well as causing people to not get great pay said, we're the fourth biggest city in Wisconsin. Cherry picking for us, yeah, granted we could do it if we get really, really shitty orders, but that rarely ever happens. So they suggest you to cherry pick. Now, cherry picking is good for those who don't care about getting potential catering orders, which are $25, $30, sometimes more. So you're cutting yourself short from potentially getting those, as well as being an individual to gain scheduling opportunities before anyone else does. So you're not truly getting the full concept of everything when you're being told to do certain things in a completely false, misguiding way. You're not getting the great opportunities that do come along with it. Granted, we are, like I said, Alex stays on a 100% acceptance rate, 0% drop rate for blocks, and what's the third one?
Acceptance rate,
attendance. Now, blocking drops will not only make your ratings lower, but you will not get opportunity to the big orders. And if that doesn't matter to you, then go, along and go ahead, cherry pick your orders. If your rates and your potential leaning on Grubhub or even any other delivery at that point, if that's your only job, I'd suggest you don't do it. Look at that retard. Let's go through a red light. Been alone. But
parked right in the road.
Yeah. And then that girl, sorry, but wardrobe 101 from a girl that just had a baby. Don't dress skimpy if you don't need to. But anyways, back to the Grubhub 101 and / DoorDash, Postmates, Uber Eats, any other delivery driving service. If it does matter to you what your income is on these delivery apps, do not be a muck and freaking pick and choose your orders, because you will lose all great opportunities of gaining access to the good ones, because those that are misleading you, in my perspective and from the way I comprehend it and take it, is that they want the best of the best, and they're trying to tell everyone else to do what's not good so they can gain it. So this is coming from someone who sees great potential when Alex does come home most days. Some days are not. But also back to that, what your rating scales are. If your acceptance rate is not above 92%, you will not gain contribution, which is guaranteed if you do have great background history of your delivery service. So you also might want to put that in consideration, that $12 per hour in the Midwest area where we reside, $12 an hour is the guaranteed rate of income with Grubhub. I don't know if it's fluctuated in any other cities, but you will not gain that access if you pick and choose your orders, as well as not maintaining a great rate. So put those in consideration if you're really trying to do what anyone that wants income that's decent enough. And this takes care of our family, our baby, and gives Alex that opportunity to pick his schedules and be flexible. He could take a day or two off, knowing what days are best to take in the delivery regions and delivery dates, because there are days, once you gain knowledge, that are not so suitable to work, so he takes them off if he needs to, and it doesn't affect the outcome of the week, because you are guaranteed $1,000 or more, depending on where you reside, to gain as an income with Grubhub. All right, I'm going to shut my lips.
What's in it?
Beer.
Go ahead and order when you're ready.
I got a Grubhub for beer.
Pull her on.
That's a weird name. She's a feisty one. I don't know if they actually guarantee $1,000 a month, but you potentially can definitely make it as long as you work so and so hours, and even if you don't get deliveries, you still get that $12 an hour. So, I mean, you're going to be making $100 at least every day.
Depending on what blocks. You have to be scheduled for them blocks in order to gain the $12 an hour for them blocks. So that means, like, if you didn't gain a delivery during 2-hour frame that you were scheduled to, if they don't plop you with a freaking $24 order by the 3rd hour, they are by their contract supposed to pay you the $12 that they owe you per hour.
So I think if each block is $12, and then once I finish that block, if I didn't make the $12, then they're gonna owe it to me at the end of the night. But now let's say I work 3 hours and I got $37, and they're only supposed to give me $36, then I made more than that $12 an hour. So that next hour that comes up after that, they only really have to give me $11 that hour. So you add them all up at the end of the night, so how many hours you have, and times that by 12, and then that's how much you will get for that shift.
Yeah, look at this. Certain individuals are constantly bashing the delivery services that they work for, and that's what I find funny. If they don't like the way that they go about it, quit. Sitting there bashing them is not going to change the way that they roll with their system. They found it to be beneficial for them, and that's the way they're going to continue it. So, I mean, not to sit there and be a fucking negative Nancy, excuse my lingo, but if you're going to do something or work for a company that you're not the CEO or president of, you need to just accept it, do what you got to do. Bashing it is not going to be, you're not going to start what you call it, right?
Thank you.
They're not going to start a boycott doing it. And that's what some of these drivers that bash these things, that's from my perspective. I mean, if you're going to constantly talk negative about something, what do you do to change a negative thing? Is you make changes to it. Stop working for them if you don't like it so much. Like, people that don't want to have a boss breathing down their neck constantly, telling them that what they have to do and how they have to do it to their expertise, you know, this is the kind of work you want to do. Those who want somebody like that to sit at a desk all day and hope to God not have a nervous breakdown, you know, do that kind of job. But I just really have to state my amendmental right that I think it's just a bunch of douchebag ass bullshit that certain individuals think they're gonna make a YouTube income by bashing and bashing and bashing. Like, if we're gonna start a boycott here, I'm gonna start it by saying what I gotta state, and that's the truth, and that's the way I view it. And if other people want to make their suggestions, go for it. I like to hear anything that has to be said. And as I stated, or I had asked earlier, how many of the people that view this use any of these delivering services? And if they don't, have you guys considered using them? If so, comment below and let us know which services you've used. If not, you know, if you have questions on how to use them, you know, that's cool too. Because we've only did one delivery to one person I happened to go to school with recently, and that was that. But I haven't really noticed any other names or anyone that we've delivered to any time after that.
It's a pretty big city. Under 100,000 people, a little bit more than that. So it's pretty hard to run into somebody you know.
Yeah.
Maybe at a store or something, see them driving, but I don't think you'll deliver to too many people, you know.
Well, you would think you'd bump into at least a couple here and there.
Well, every once in a while, probably.
Grandmas use this app, uncles use this app, nieces, nephews use this app.
Well, if you liked our video, please leave a thumbs up down and comment if you got any questions. And please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell for more videos. Thanks, guys.
And if y'all encourage my babble of factualness, thumbs up. If you don't, you can down it too. But either way, not at the end of the day, I'm gonna babble on.
We don't like that down like crew.
Nope, I don't. But
Only thumbs up crew here.
also, this is not. I gotta state this too, because that was another thing that got under my skin.
All right.
This is not a video that is portraying anything but what it is. It is. You may as well call husband and wife doing deliveries together. This is not a type of video that's misleading of any type of which way. So if you're gonna hate on that kind of aspect, pucker up those lips and get ready to eat some caca, because that's what you're gonna lead yourself to. So
Wow.
Stick to the facts, stick to the truth. If you can't be real, then fuck you. Love all y'all that do keep it real though.
Have a great day. Money.
Buonanotte.
You gotta get that cash. Wow. Spicy meatball.